Hello, my creative collective. This is your daily creative reading, your hero's ascension journey for April 18th. So let's dive in, shall we? All right, so I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe and brave space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. All right, let's dive right in, shall we? Let's do this, Creative Collective. So I'm going to pull from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle by Kelly Sullivan Walden, and the artwork is by Rasuli. I love, love, love this deck. So good. All right, let's roll. Time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. Ooh, that's like death, but make it artsy. Like the death card, I should say. Death, but make it art. Very Scorpio. With a little bit of Uranian energy in there. X marks the spot. See the love in disguise. Oh, that's beautiful. 111 on the time. North Star, flip your inner light switch. That's so beautiful. I feel like there's a way that you're listening to your inner guidance here that you may not have been before. And it's really turning up amazing things for you, my daily creatives. So we're kicking off this week, right? Like that could have been something that you worked on releasing this past, during the Libra full moon, is releasing patterns of not listening to your inner guidance, or at the very least not trusting it in a way that allowed it to really be guidance, right? It was more like noise that just made you question or be in indecision. And I feel like we're moving past and through that in service to our creativity and healing, which is beautiful energy, I think. Beautiful energy. Nine of inspiration. So 9 of wands here is where we're starting out this journey today. 7 of wands, strength, lots of fire energy. Whew. Page of cups. Six of pentacles. Whoa. 7 of cups. Five of pentacles. I'm getting that there's this way that your inspiration has been on point, but you haven't necessarily been able to trust it being tangible. My daily creatives. And the muse of emotions. I'm just going to put these cards like this, and then I'll show you what they are. Okay. And the Hermit. Yeah. Lots of wisdom coming in for you. Well, I think the wisdom is here. It's sort of a byproduct of the process that you're going through, my daily creative. So, you're starting with the 9 of wands, which is a little bit of you. It's like you're at the point of coming back from the journey. There's a lot that you know, and this is sort of, the 10 of wands is returning to the village in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, and the 9 of wands. In other decks, I've seen the 9 of wands as sort of the coming down the hill into the valley, like you're coming out of this really dark place. And I almost feel like this might be dark night of the soul energy, or like mini ones, right? We can have mini ones with different things that we do or projects that we take on. And I'm feeling like this is really true for you. And the 7 of wands here is really about boundaries. So it's almost like I feel like the lesson that you took from this is that there's a need for boundaries, and that's helping you feel more confident and sure of yourself, sure-footed. The strength card and the Leo card are here, and this is the Leo is the sun in the 5th house. So I feel like there's a way that you're more sure-footed and steadier in your decision making and in how you're directing your passion and your fire. It's not that there was any confusion, but I almost feel like sometimes the weight was just a little bit to carry, right? And what I find interesting is that there's sort of this element of hermit energy mirrored in the way that this card is the art in this card, the 9 of wands. Let me try and fit this in here. I I have somewhat dry skin, so anyway. um, so there's like this sort of darker place that this person in the Nine of Wands has returned from, and the Hermit is sort of, there's this place inside them that they go to that mirrors that. So it's almost like there's a way that your inspiration didn't quite translate into an inspiration, just meaning your passion, your fire, your drive, that oomph that would direct you, that allowed you to direct your energy towards something that you truly wanted. I feel like it got mixed up a little bit. And I feel like something was perhaps going on that made you need some boundaries here, but it also just was you sort of feeling like you had to, like, I'm hearing like weight of the world energy, right? And I feel like this piece, whatever it was, is really the wisdom that's allowing you to shine the light as the Hermit. I'm seeing that big time here. Could be with masculine energy. Fire is masculine energy to begin with, and then the triangle here is what reminded me of that. And it also feels like there's an element of that healing. There's like a weight that you've been carrying related to this that's been healing. Now, in the position of like the inconveniences that could be turned like full-blown tower if they're ignored. So like things that you really need to pay attention to today and on this journey is these like small recognition of emotion, but it could be offers of emotion, emotional intimacy, putting your emotions forward. It's almost like you couldn't trust those things. Like, again, I can't help but see this similar energy, the radiation of around the heart space and the radiation of light here. So it's like the way that this energy was being integrated is it was almost being absorbed by this like masculine energy that was just like, I think about it as like a wildfire that just consumes everything. And that's not necessarily, I'm not thinking in terms of like lust and passion and that kind of thing, but I am thinking in terms of this heart space and how it's like you don't necessarily trust it. Like it's almost showing up in reverse. Like you're unable to really stand in the power of the page within you. The Six of Pentacles is definite balance. That's showing up in the protagonist companion on the journey. So I think that this balance is going to be really important and crucial for you as you go through this, because that's going to help you integrate the lessons that are helping you stand in this strength that you have. Seven of Cups is a bit of confusion, right? This is the antagonist position. What I find interesting is that, again, we see this triangle shape and this direction of energy. So it's almost like the way that the weight of these things kind of chased you down. Like it followed you through all of these different aspects of your emotional world and integrating inspiration into a certain emotional intimacy that you would then carry into and out into other things, right? So it's like this is coming back into a balance for you. I certainly see that. The Five of Pentacles, though, is the real challenge to overcome today. And the Five of Pentacles is really just this feeling left out, right? Feeling like you're out in the cold. This can be related to specific things like people, events, situations, environments. Like it can be a way of feeling truly left out, right? I think that there's a way that you felt left out not because of the thing that you were carrying itself, right? Not because of the thing that you were carrying itself, but I think it's just the way that it made you feel about yourself, and confused and not really in your element or in your power. You weren't really able to stand in the light of your Leo, the light of the strength, right? The light of your day, the light of your sun. You weren't really able to stand in it. And I think now you're getting very clear. Muse of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Like there's a lot of clarity, and I think that you're bridging the gap. And this is really allowing you to take that step forward. And this is really allowing you to move in a different kind of energy, one that's much clearer, right? I like the fact that this is swords energy coming in as you after this kind of head-to-head with the Five of Pentacles energy, right? Like you're much more grounded, you're much more stable, you're much more aware. This is an awareness, right? And again, the triangle energy. So I feel like there's a lot of masculine energy in this. And that can just mean to me, like as a trans person, that to me just means an energy of potentially charging forward and moving things forward, as opposed to the receptivity of other energies, of its, I guess, opposite or binaried energies. The muse of materials is about you crossing the bridge into the light of this new day, moving away from these. I don't see this as necessarily a person that did this to you. I think I see this more as a pattern and baggage that you've carried. And then it's like all of a sudden, could be with the Libra full moon, you realized, like, I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to do this to myself. This is the sun. But in some ways, this also represents like the moon to me. It's like the strength that you couldn't see about yourself. And you're becoming aware of these strengths and this strength as you go through, and it's becoming something of a superpower. We also have then the muse of emotions, and I feel like this is really about you opening up to yourself, and it's allowing a flow of and a way of you being a flow of emotions, but also a way of you being able to embrace life around you. It's a way of you being able to embrace the world through your emotions, because you're letting them flow again, right? This is almost like, I think about this like when we have a hose in the summer, the water just sits stagnant, right? If you leave the hose out, and then it's like you can see the hose like fill up with water as you turn it on at the tap. And I almost feel like that's sort of what's happening here, is you're readying yourself to be able to fill another person's cup. Interesting. To fill another person's cup. But I also think that this is your capacity to give and receive love slightly differently, because you've shifted your awareness. So you're not looking at the burdens that you carried. You're not looking at this heated energy, this, like, I think about muscles burning, like that muscle burning when you're doing a workout or you're carrying something in your arms and it's a really hot day. You need to put it down. You're out of breath, but most importantly, your muscles are burning. And that's where I feel like this Nine of Wands, I can't get that image out of my head, where it's like that's the level of exhaustion that you felt with carrying this, right? And it disconnected you from your power every day. I'm seeing that for sure. The minor arcana here tell me that this is sort of inserted into the everyday minutia, right? This is in the minutia of the everyday. The Hermit and the Strength card are really manifestations of you as you've decided what you're going to put down and reopening yourself to this aspect of your life. The Hermit tells me that there's a wisdom that you're coming to through this. So it's not for like it's not for, it wasn't a loss. Like it's not for a bad cause. Like this was all happening in service to you becoming the Hermit, this teacher, this healer, this guide for others, to shine the light so that they too could see on their journey that they were healing, that they were working through, right? And then this time for a quantum leap, prepare for a makeover, for sure. I'm definitely seeing this energy in the way that you're moving through this really fiery wand energy and what to pick up and put down. And then see the love in disguise. I think this is the Page of Cups right here, right? This is the love in disguise that you weren't really letting yourself see. You weren't really letting yourself see it. And now you have moved through. This North Star is like your guide, right? You found the North Star, and that's beautiful energy with it here. Like I see the North Star symbology here. I also see it right here, and then I also see it right here, right? Like it's in this reading for sure. And then I see it in the Hermit too. So it's almost like you need, the North Star really is your wisdom. What is this here to teach me? That's a great question to ask yourself today and this week, my lovelies. What is this here to teach me? And I think that is what's going to give you this Queen of Wands energy into the page, into the Muse of Pentacles, where you're clarity and then moving forward. Clarity and then moving forward, right? So let us clarify. I'm going to use this Smith-Waite Tarot to clarify just a touch. I'm trying to make these a more reasonable length for folks so that they're not needing to watch hour-long webisodes of these, even though I do love doing them for that long, but just out of respect for folks' time. Spirit, can I get some messages here? 10 of Swords. Yeah. I think that this is like you putting anything that you put between you and this Hermit internally within this wisdom within you, you're just letting it fall away. It's like this end. It does mark the end of this. Queen of Cups. This is you becoming more emotionally aware and in tune. King of Pentacles, stable. You're becoming more stable. You're releasing the things that kept you unaware of this aspect of yourself, right? Sometimes this is like willful boredom. You sometimes have to work really hard to be unaware of your own power. You really have to work hard to be unaware of your own strength, I think. And that is where this is coming in. And perhaps this is the more charge forward, that masculine type energy, if we were to use an archetype, just this charge forward energy where you have to be very, very aggressive with yourself to ignore this, to ignore your wisdom. Spirit, can I get some clarity on the Page of Emotions, Page of Cups, Temperance? Yeah. So this is a balance. I think this is balancing the weight that you carry with you internally, the weight of your expectations, the weight of experiences, things that you haven't healed yet necessarily, or that you're opening up to within yourself, and the emotions that you're able to connect with that part of you. They're coming back into balance. I think this is going to help you give to others in a more balanced way. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. It is fast-moving energy, this Knight of Wands. It can be somewhat impulsive, so perhaps resist the urge if you feel confused. What I'm hearing right now is that just because you feel confused, this is not a good reason to go charging forward on something, right? Wait. Just wait. Take the balanced action. The person on this lion is not charging forward with anything. There's waiting, because that card is strength. You are strength. Just wait it out, okay? Today, today's motto, I guess, could just be wait. There's more coming. Yeah, Four of Swords, for sure. Three of Wands, yep. Knight of Cups, yeah. I think that there's a slower moving energy that is coming towards you. So this Knight of Wands could be you. It could also be someone else coming towards you that is making you feel like you need to be impulsive. Okay, that popped out too. But the reality is that there's this slower moving energy that's coming towards you that is everything that you want and then some. And you'll know because this is something that you've created for yourself, right? You've taken the pause. Anybody that is worth their salt, I should say, which sounds weird. I don't want to assess people's worth. But I think anybody that's worth investing in is never going to make you feel like you're going to miss out on something if you rush. Or if you don't rush, that's just such not great energy. So just resist the urge to do that. Like if you have time, if anyone who tells you that you do not have time or gets frustrated with you for taking your time, it's because they generally have something very deeply invested and significantly invested in you moving too fast. So just breathe. Yeah, Queen of Swords, more clarity. Clarity on the Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups here as well. This tells me that this is what you're getting clarity on, is this confusion, my darling creatives. This confusion that was kind of popping in. Five of Cups. There was a sense of loss because once you're clear, you see what worked, but you also see what wasn't working, right? And that can be really difficult because when you see what's not working, the tendency might be to blame yourself. 10 of Wands and 5 of Wands. But I think that the call here is the Star, right? Lean into the healing. What has this taught you? What is this here to teach me, right? Asking those questions. That's the quantum leap. Look for the love in disguise. X marks the spot. Look for the love in disguise. 2 of Cups came out. 5 of Swords. There might be a way that others feel manipulated by you, but honestly, I think that it's not really, you can't control how other people interpret things that you do in your best good. And if your best good is done in service to healing, in service to you moving forward, and you're not hurting anybody, you're not doing things to deliberately harm people, then honestly, I think that you're in a really great position. I think that you're in an excellent position here. This 5 of Swords tells me that, I think this is all in your head. I don't think people are feeling like this at all. This is kind of, I'm getting that this is something that's a little bit in your head here. So stay out of your head. Don't let your identification with worry separate you. Also, this could be you with some internal guilt, some guilt that's kind of running afoul of your healing and love that is on offer from people, but also just from life itself wanting to offer you that. Yeah, it sort of puts you in this position of 4 of Pentacles and 7 of Wands. So major resistance to really letting this in. Spirit, can I get some? Whoa, okay, so that was a bit explosive. I will just take it for the sake of that, though. Because it all fell out in this one. So Ace of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Wands. And we have the Page of Cups. and the Six of Swords. So the pages tend to represent people. And I think that there are offers. You're going to be able to recognize which offers to move away from in terms of, this could be with dating, this could be with work, this could be with projects. You're going to know which ones to move away from and which ones to turn towards, right? You'll know. I don't want to say for sure which one, because the cards here are just telling me that there's a way that you'll know which offers are legit and which ones you need to move away from. And legit just meaning that there's something that you value in it, right? There's something that you value in it. Okay, and now I'm going to pull from the Miracles Now deck by Gabrielle Bernstein, my delightful daily creative. So let's do this here, shall we? Okay, Spirit, what have you got? True abundance is an inside job. Yes, it is. I think that that's something that you're picking up on here. That's really the story of this. And abundance isn't just about money. Abundance is about how you're letting in emotions, how you're feeling. It's how you're allowing yourself to feel. Are you really letting in your highest good, right? So remember that today and this week, my darlings. Okay, I'll take both. That's fine. Happiness is a choice I make. A lot of choices, right? We have choices. Seven of Cups. It's choosing to get very clear, right? It's choosing to be clear. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. This could be a profound message for you, my darling daily creatives, to even if you just go for a walk, there could be synchronicities that you encounter. There could be things that really lead you into this new place, this new headspace, this hermit energy. And also, just biochemically speaking, it's really good just to get outside for a minute, even if you're not walking necessarily, if you're riding a bike, if you are just going for a little jaunt, if you are in a wheelchair and you're going for a ride through, if you're going just to enjoy the fresh air is what I'm trying to say, right? If you're going to enjoy the fresh air, do that. Get outside, find a way to move your space from where you are into something new, just a small shakeup of some kind. My apologies for saying it as a ride, my friends. Okay, so this is the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection deck by Mike Dooley. Spirit, what have you got for me about any additional messages here? Both? Okay, so change is good. Change is always good. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. 2222 on the time. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally ho, the universe. So I think this is another message that change is not all bad. Start where you are. The great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next, the universe. So that's where I think that this is really a call to remember that there has been some shifts and changes, but there's choices that you can make about them, right? Seven of Cups. You have options of how you can see this. Queen of Swords. Pick one that's going to honor the clarity that you seek, right? You got the Queen of Swords twice. That's usually a sign from me, from Spirit. In my opinion, this is Spirit saying, pay attention to the clarity that you want. And I love that these two Queen of Swords are looking in each direction. So like you can see in all directions. It's like the 360 cams, right? You can see in all directions here. And happiness is a choice that you're making. You don't have to start from scratch. You're starting from experience. And that's what this is a reminder of. Start where you are. So, my daily creatives, I hope this was helpful for you. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel and to know that this content resonates for you. There are also other ways that you can connect with me throughout the week and throughout each day. So please do check those out. The Libra full moon readings are launching today. So do check those out as well. And if this is where we part, though, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a fabulous April 18th, my friends. Take care. Bye.